Good morning, everyone. This is Eric Lofholm. Happy Tuesday. I want to welcome all of you to our 15-minute daily motivational call. We're doing Napoleon Hill training all month long, doing a deep dive into the law of success and Think and Grow Rich. We're doing 23 lessons this month, and we're up to lesson number 10, Accurate Thinking, one of my all-time favorite lessons on accurate thinking. I want to give you a quick update because we did change the name of the Facebook group from Continuous Sales Improvement. The new name is Sales, Success, and Motivation. So the Facebook group's the same, but it's a new name, Sales, Success, and Motivation. And the reason for the change is I think that will attract more people that are interested in sales, success, and motivation. I do want to grow that group to 10,000 people. So if you're a part of that group, thanks for being there. And I'd love for you to invite your friends, and let's continue to grow the group. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand, pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. And the reason we do that is to acknowledge yourself. It's a fantastic habit to acknowledge yourself. Catch yourself doing good things like being on this call, investing this time to put yourself in the best mindset possible so you can have a great day. Because if you're listening to my voice right now, the fact that you're here live on Zoom or Facebook or on the replay on the podcast, however you're listening, you're here because you're setting the intention that you want to have a great day. Type into the chat or get out your pen and write it down. Today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a great day. So I'm going to role model that for you guys, and I'm going to type that into the chat on Facebook and on in Zoom. Today is going to be a great day. If you go through all 23 lessons with me this month, I'll give you the instructions at the end of the month. If we're going to do something on the honesty policy, I will send you a certificate of completion for completing the 23 module Napoleon Hill class. So that's a fun thing to do. Set a goal that you're going to do all 23 lessons. You can find the recordings if you need to catch up on any of them at dailymotivationalcall.com, www.dailymotivationalcall.com. And you can find all the replays if you missed any of the classes or if you're new to the class. Set that goal right now. If you're going to set that goal right now, just type into the chat, I will go through all 23 lessons this month. Just write that, something like that. The essence of it is that I will go through all 23 lessons this month. And the reason I'm having you write it down, it increases the likelihood that you're going to do it. And that'll give you a win. And that'll give you all the knowledge that you can learn from my interpretation of the Napoleon Hill principle. So if you'll watch all or listen to all 23 lessons, just type that into the chat right now, however you want to communicate that idea. And I promise you that will be worth it. So today we're talking about principle number 10, accurate thinking. This is one of my favorite principles. Accurate thought involves two fundamentals. First, you must separate facts from mere information. Second, you must separate facts into two classes, the important and the unimportant. Only by doing so can you think clearly and accurately. Accurate thinkers permit no one to do their thinking for them. Gather information and listen to the opinion of others, but reserve for yourself the privilege of making decisions. Truth will be truth, regardless of a closed mind, ignorance, or the refusal to believe. So I've got a big idea for you on today's lesson. When I think about accurate thinking, what it means to me is seeing things for as they truly are. And I've done a lot of coaching in my career, thousands and thousands of calls with people just like you. Some of you have done calls with me. Some of you are clients of mine or you've been clients in the past. And so what do we do on those calls? We talk about you and your life and your fears and your dreams and your goals and your challenges. And so one of the things I found when I do these calls with you guys, people in general. I'm doing these calls, and sometimes somebody will come to a call and we're trying to solve a problem and their premise is inaccurate. In other words, essentially they're building on an idea and it's on quicksand. So if we can start with what's really true here. What is really true? What is accurate here? Because if you're making decisions based on a false premise, I mean, if you think about it logically, it's not going to work out very well because you're making decisions on an inaccurate premise. So I do my best to look at things and go, what's accurate here? What is really going on here? So today I want to give you something that could be one of the biggest breakthroughs of your life. Like literally right now, I'm going to give you potentially one of the biggest breakthroughs of your whole life. And it's the idea of accurate thinking about yourself. You have a self-image, I have a self-image. When we look in the mirror, we see something. When we think about ourselves, we have thoughts about ourselves. We have beliefs about ourselves. What if you're far greater than you've ever realized? What if you're more talented than you've ever realized? What if you look in the mirror and you don't see how extraordinary you are and you're operating your day based on that premise that you're not extraordinary? I want you to think about that. And this has been the story of my life. Some of you know my background. I started off as a cook at McDonald's. I went to community college for 5 years. You're supposed to go for 2 years. I was the bottom producer at my first sales job for an entire year. So I'm like not achieving success in my life. And part of why I wasn't achieving success is when I looked in the mirror, what I saw was average and ordinary. That was my self-image. When I looked in the mirror, I saw nothing special. Average and ordinary. And so I showed up as that in all areas of my life. And then I had the good fortune of being around some people that were talking to me like the way I'm talking to you right now. And what they helped me realize is that I have a purpose in life. They helped me realize I have many purposes in life. But check it out. You have a purpose in life too. And you have many purposes in life. And here's how simple it could be. I have 2 stepdaughters. So one of my purposes in life is to be their stepdad. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be my purpose in life is to save the world. If it is, wonderful. But sometimes it's just really simple. Vicki Lavarius is my office manager, and she's a very, very important person in my life. And she's been with me now for well over a decade. And I believe part of her purpose in life is to be the office manager for Eric Lofholm International. So it could be that simple. But see, if you look in the mirror and you go, I have a purpose in life, I have many purposes in life, that can help you see your greatness. If you look in the mirror and you understand there are aspects of me that are genius. When I say me, I mean you. Okay? I didn't say every single thing about you is genius. What I said is, Katie, there are aspects of you that are genius. And Katie, in Hawaii, part of your purpose in life is to help people better understand their vision and how they can improve their vision or better understand their vision and all the things that you've spent decades on, Katie. And you're elite, Katie. You're one of the best in the world at vision. And that vision was put in your heart. And if any of you, when you have a vision in your heart, I believe it's there to be realized. For you to be able to truly acknowledge how beautiful you are, how talented you are, how intelligent you are. So let me ask you a question. If we're honest, do you truly give yourself credit for what an extraordinary human being that you are? And if you go, you know what, Eric, if I'm honest, I don't. What if you started working on that? What if you started working on acknowledging who you are? So I'm going to give you a little assignment. One of my coaches, he recently gave me. He said, Eric, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I love you. Look in the mirror and say, and I want you to say it over and over and over, 3 to 5 minutes a day. Every day that you remember to do it, you just look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you say, I love you. And at first, when he told me to do it, I didn't take action on it. I'd never experienced it before. And so then I started doing it. I was like, wow, that actually is helping me feel better about myself. So I share that gift with you, something my coach shared with me. I shared that with you. Why would we look in the mirror and say, I love you? So you can see the extraordinary human being that you are. To acknowledge your natural gifts and talents. You were born with natural gifts and talents, things that you're better than 90% of the global population on without any training. So I was born with the gift of encouragement. I was born with the gift of teaching. I never took a teaching class. I don't have a teaching credential. I never took a course on how to encourage others. I just started doing it. It was intuitive for me to do that. You have natural gifts and talents. Type that in the chat right now. I have natural gifts and talents. And I want you to acknowledge that side of you, that you have natural gifts and talents. You also have skill sets that you developed over time through professional training. So what a lot of people do is they focus on all the ways they're falling short. I'm falling short here. I'm falling short there. I'm missing the mark here. And what I want to invite you to do is, instead of focusing on where you're falling short, focus on all the areas that you're doing good in the world. Because if you focus on that, you're going to feel better about yourself. And if you feel better about yourself, it's going to help you create a more successful life. So the big idea is for you to have accurate thinking on what an amazing, incredible human being that you are. As amazing as you see yourself, you're even more amazing than that. Bobby, you're even more amazing than that. Frank, you are even more amazing than how you see yourself. As amazing as you can see yourself, Frank, you're even more amazing. Heshi, you're even more amazing than the incredible version of yourself that you can see. You're even more amazing than that. And we start getting connected to that possibility. And this can open up all kinds of opportunity for you in your life. One of the things that many people struggle with is how they view their body, like your physical body. And I want you to think differently about your expectations around your body. Because a lot of people go, well, I'm a little bit overweight, or I'm a lot overweight, or I don't like this body part of mine. A lot of people have a body part, like I don't like my stomach, or I don't like my fill in the blank, right? I want you to think about it a little bit differently. A friend of mine in the last couple of years had an accident and had to have a number of surgeries to keep this person alive. And they struggle to this day. This was a couple of years ago. They struggle every day. I can promise you they're not concerned with that one part of their body that they don't like so much as far as how it looks. That's the last thing on their mind. They're just trying to get through the day without having any pain. They're grateful just to be able to get out of bed and go through the day. So I want to invite you to change how you think about your body. I mean, when we were younger, when I was in my 20s or 30s, and maybe how I physically looked mattered. It's not that it doesn't matter now, but look, I'm married. Like, it doesn't matter really whether I'm, have less body fat or not. It really doesn't matter. I need to be a certain level of health so I can be, healthy and move my body. But I want you to consider changing your expectation on your physical body and loving your body the way that it is. And just getting to a place where you can look at yourself naked in the mirror and say, I love my body. I have my legs, my arms, I can move around. I can get to where I need to get if you're able to. Not everybody is able to. But I want you to think about a different way you think about your body, because some of you are beating yourselves up every single day over your body, and I don't want you to have to live like that. So I want you to be open to the possibility of loving your body. Hey, I have 2 legs, 2 arms, I can move. I can get to where I need to get. I'm not in pain. Some of you are in pain, but a lot of you aren't. And I just want to introduce that possibility. Today's bonus video is on accurate thinking. You get to learn directly from Napoleon Hill himself. It's about a 10-minute video. If you're willing to watch this video, just type in the chat, I will watch the video. If you're willing to watch the video, just type in the chat, I will watch the video. And I'm going to pull it up here on the screen right now. And this is the video here. And it's so wonderful that Napoleon Hill himself did these videos so we can enjoy learning directly from him. So now you can hear what Napoleon Hill himself had to teach you about accurate thinking. Lastly, my planning classes today, it's going to be awesome. Right before I got on with you guys, I went and checked. We have 995 people registered, so it's going to be rocking. It's going to be on Zoom, live in the replay. If you haven't registered yet, go register right now at planningclass.com, planningclass.com. It's going to be great. If you can't make it live, you can catch the replay. All the information's at planningclass.com. So as we wrap up, what if you started looking in the mirror and seeing the beautiful, talented, amazing, naturally gifted, with multiple purposes in your life, human being that you are? What if when you looked in the mirror, you got into a place of loving your body? What if you got into a place of this owning your greatness? Your whole world can change. So it's been a privilege to be able to spend some time with you here this morning to give you some information that's been helpful for me. I want you to go out there and produce. Have a great day today. Thank you for joining me. Rajiv, have a great day today. Thanks for being here. Gary, thanks for joining me. Andrew Banks, have a great day. Lori, keep doing all that amazing work that you're doing in the world. Bonnie Price, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me, Bonnie. Bonnie, you have greatness inside of you. Greg Dixon, thanks for joining us. Great to have you. Paul, good to see you, my friend. We go back, 15 years? Nice to see you, Paul. Abe, great to have you. Forte, thanks for joining us today. And Ricky, thank you for being here on Zoom. Terrell, great to have you. True, thanks for joining us and for being an encourager of mine, True. Patricia, thanks for being here on Zoom. Lucky, have a great day today. Kimmer, great to see you here this morning. And Grace on Facebook. Grace, thanks for being here. Katie, great to have you. Tom in Orlando, thanks for joining us. Yolanda Brown, great to have you here this morning. Yolanda, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks for being here. Gary Wayne, thanks for joining us here. Neil Evans, Neil, great to have you. Dwayne, thanks for plugging in here on Facebook. Sandra, great to see you as always, Sandra. Thanks for being here. Yanira, great to have you. Andrew Holm, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you for joining us. And we have Kathy on Zoom. Hey, Kathy, have a great day. John in Argentina, great to have you. John in Canada, thank you for joining us. Great to have you. Ed Watt, you have greatness inside of you. Deborah, you are doing wonderful, amazing work as you're coaching others, working with those executives, helping those companies, Deborah. You are multiplying yourself through organizations. Great to have you here, Deborah. David, thanks for joining us today on Zoom. We've got a caller in the 408 area code. Great to have you. Thanks for being here. Have a great day. It's going to wrap it up. Cheryl Holt in Washington. Thanks for being here. Christine in Canada. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.